And if you're one of them, good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. So I'm just making some fresh bread from scratch for Gareth. Sandwich. Even though it's Mother's Day, I'm doing the cooking. So I intended to anyway, because so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to actually make myself some soup. Now I had a lovely lady, I can't remember your name, I am sorry. She's not very well, she watches our channel all the time, I hope you're doing okay. She'll know when I'm talking about her in a second. She can't really eat solid foods. Now when I did do you all remember when I did soup for 14 people? So she'd messaged and asked, can you make soup in your van without the pressure cooker thing, whatever it's called? Is that what it's called, a pressure cooker? Is it called a pressure cooker?
Yeah.
Right, so she was asking me if I could make soup without a pressure cooker when I'm off grid. So I'm off grid, so today we're going to find out if I can make soup, and I'm going to wing it. I've got no recipe. We're just going to have a go at making soup without a pressure cooker. But like I said, I am cooking, Gareth. Some fresh bread from scratch. I made it all myself and everything, you know. Look, I made them myself. And I made these myself. I killed the pig and everything myself. So I'm making sausage sarnies first. And then I'm going to have a go at sorting this soup out. So I'll pick you back up in a little bit. And today's Mother's Day, so it's going to be late, but happy Mother's Day to all you ladies out there. Hope you all had a lovely day. We're not saying happy. Why would we be saying happy Mother's Day to dads?
Because some dads are mothers.
No, they're not. Dads are dads.
It might be a single dad.
Well, it's still not. Even if it's a single dad, right? Me and Gareth's going to have a fight today. Even if it's a single dad, Father's Day is his day, not Mother's Day.
There might be two blokes who's had an artificial insemination.
But then they still would celebrate Father's Day because they're two fathers.
Well, you need a woman and a fucking man.
You don't need a woman and a man. It's 2025. You can have two women and they'd both celebrate Mother's Day on Mother's Day. Two men, they'd both celebrate fathers on Father's Day.
I need me happy pills. I'm getting confused.
Don't take a lot. I'll see you in a bit. I've just shut that door. I'll give you some light in here. I've shut that door. He thinks I'm on toilet. It's been 5 days. You haven't noticed. Ah, my days. It's cheering me up, this countdown.
What countdown?
No, you're alright there, love.
No, not really.
What's the matter with you now?
I'm waiting for my planes.
And your food?
On my food, I'm starving.
Would you like a brew as well?
I'd love a cup of tea. Or a special coffee.
You can have a cup of tea.
Where are my planes?
In the sky.
They're not.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
I got my camera ready.
It's
I've
not
got
ready,
a
it's not
few
until then.
clips. But it was the same plane.
So I was watching out the window and it was going, oh, there's another plane. I was like, love, it's the same plane, it's just circling. I think it was somebody on a flying lesson. Would be my guess. Right, let me go and sort of get a sausage sarnies out. Pick you guys up in a little bit. Oh, that's not good. Look at that. Can you see there? Look, look, look. Look at the glow above my head. Because I'm an angel. Halo, halo. So I may have made a mistake, guys. So I'm just looking for stuff that I can put in this vegetable type soup thing I'm going to make, right? So I thought I'll get my box out. Pick that up in a minute, it's my garlic. I'll get my box out of my, like, what are these called? Stock cubes, right? Well, I know that's beef, obviously, because it's beef. When I was sorting this box out the other day, I thought, well, I was putting everything all in boxes, so I just tipped them all in here. And now I don't know which one's vegetable and which one's chicken. Oh, I think that might be chicken. Oh, smelling it might be the way. Yeah, that's the chicken and all. But smelling it might be the way. Go to the other side of the box, that might be a different one. I don't know. They both look the same. Oh, how am I meant to tell the difference between them now, like? Oh, that one definitely smells different. Oh, I don't know now. I suppose I could make a vegetable. I could use chicken stock, couldn't I? Don't make a difference to me. I'm not like I'm actually a vegetarian. I just put any in it. I don't know. Oh, I've done that. That was a bit of a blunder moment, wasn't it? Oh, that's different. It's a different colour and everything. Oh yeah, they smell totally different. Don't know if you can see. I'll put one of each in it. That'll just solve my argument. But, so guys, if they're just like cheap Aldi ones, once they're out of the box and they're not labelled, just remember that when you tip them in a box, you're not going to know which is which. Right, so I think I've got the ingredients that I want to use. I think I have. So let's have a go. I'm just winging this off the top of my head. I need to be chopping them up, don't I? I'll have to use my rubbish one. I start bought another one. I will get round to it. Now I'm going to show you what I'm using. I'm not peeling now, so don't. Well, come for me in comments. I don't care. Not peeling it. I don't mind a bit of peel. So first thing, I'm going to show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it anyway. Let me point you to my chopping board. Right, so first I'm using 3 small potatoes. I'm going to cut them to sizes about 1 inch diameter. I think I'm using 3. Shall we see how many we get in the pan? I might not, I might just use 2. I'd rather have more carrots than potatoes. This is like a vegetable soup, but I do need a little bit of carbs in it. So I'm just going to put the 2 potatoes in it actually. Move that to a side. I am definitely putting 2 carrots for definite. Hold on. Don't like the look of that bit. I don't like the end bits. So I'll cut these 2 up and we'll see how much carrot I've got when I've cut these up. I'll be back in a second. So that's my 2 carrots with that bit cut off that I didn't like. So I am going to put a 3rd one in. I'm cutting them all about this size because this is chunky soup I'm doing. Like I said, this lovely lady who doesn't eat solids at the moment has asked if I can do it in the motorhome, so without that pressure cooker thing, so let's find out. So that's my carrots, also in my pan. Carrots and potatoes so far. I'm going to use 1 green pepper. I'll chop this up, come back to me in a second. So that's my green pepper chopped. In it goes. Now I have got some of these again, Aldi had them in. These are the seedless ones. Let me show you them inside when you cut them. Look, no seeds in them. How good are they? I love them. So I'm going to put 2 of these red seedless, and they're sweet these, so they're not hot. Come a bit bigger. Just wang them in like that. 2 of them. Now I do like peppers, so I like the sweetness. I like a sweet pepper, not a hot pepper, as you all know. That can also go in my pan. My peppers. There we go. Now I'm going to chop this onion up and get that skin off it. As you can hear, I've got my kettle boiling for some hot water. because this is a chunky soup, I don't need it all to be exact. I just wang it any old way. So I've got my onion in. So that is all the ingredients I'm putting in it for now. Let me boil this kettle and I will be back to you. Right, so I'm back. Turn my kettle off. It's not boiling, I just needed it hot. Now, obviously you can see how full my pan is. I'm personally going to put water in so it just goes about a centimetre under. The liquids are about a centimetre under the vegetables. That's my theory in my head. In case I decide I want to add tomatoes. Right now I've decided I'm not. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to spice it with. Now what I've decided is, do you remember these two? Before I show you the bowl and what I'm putting in it, do you remember these two? And we don't know which is which. They're definitely different flavours. So one's a vegetable and one's a chicken. Don't know which is which, so I'm going to put them both in. Just so you know what they are, and then I'll show you everything else as I put it in. So, first I've got my stock cubes. Now I'm doing this in the pan so I can melt these. I'm going to put a little bit of hot water in. Look how easy that melts in there. So what I'm going to do is, I've decided I'm going to put my seasoning in this hot water. All of it. All of my seasoning's going in here. So let me put a little bit more water in. And this is like going to be my stock for my soup, like I said. So that's got a vegetable and a chicken stock cube. I don't know which is which, so it's got both. I am going to add black pepper. If I can figure out how to open it. I've got a good dose of black pepper. I do like black pepper in a soup. Pink Himalayan salt, and I'm not putting loads of that in, but I am putting a little bit of salt in. Right. I have some garlic granules. Open the big side. I like garlic, I'm not going to lie. And I was going to put that pasty stuff in. I'm not a fan of that paste. Let me show you the one I'm not a fan of. I don't know why. It's got a funny taste to me, this. I'll keep it for Gareth, but it tastes like garlic, but it has like a funny aftertaste to it. I don't know what it is. So we've got salt, pepper and garlic. Oh, I can smell the garlic in that already. And I am going to put in a little bit of paprika from the big side. I do like a little bit of paprika, as long as it's not really spicy. Now, so that is sort of my stock for my soup. And I take that and literally pour it over. Oh, that might just be enough, you know. So can you see? I want it so it's got liquid in it, but it's not. I don't want too much liquid in it, if that makes sense. And now I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to put this on here. I get my handle out. If I can find it. I get my pan handle out. Put my pan handle on. Then I'm going to stick this on full whack. Full whack, full whack. I'm going to plonk my lid on it. I'm going to come back to that in 10 minutes when it's boiling. So this is either going to work or it's not. It's one or the other in it. It'll work or it won't. So I'm even going to put the timings in. But as of right now, I've never made soup like this. So let's just see how we get on. It's still warming up. Still warming up. I'll let you know how long it takes in a little bit. So I've boiled it hard and fast for 10 minutes. I've turned it on to a really low light. Lowest it'll go on. And I'm just going to let it simmer. And when I say 10 minutes, it was literally, I got it to boiling and let it boil the arse out of it for 10 minutes. Now I've just turned it right down low, and I'll come back and check on it in a little bit. We'll see how it's getting on. So it's been cooking for 25 minutes. And this is what it's looking like. Now it smells really nice. I've stirred it twice, and I'm just, as I stirred it, I sort of mash it. It's thickening up a little bit. But the more it cooks, it is only on the lowest setting I can get it on, look. So it's smelling cracking. 25 minutes in. And I'll just leave it. We'll check it again in a little bit. Now, if you're leaving on a low light, don't forget when it's on a heat. Like I've said, that's the third time in the 25 minutes I've got up and get a stir. Just to make sure it's not sticking to my pan. It hasn't, but just to be on the safe side. Now, it does look quite wet, so I don't actually think... I'll leave them out anyway, but I don't think I'll be putting any tomatoes in that. I'm going to make something special to go with it later, though. I'll show you that later on. Let's just keep timing this and see how we go. Just pick my camera up. See if I can get him doing it again.
Try to find it now. What time of my life for it?
He talks to himself all the time while he's editing. So I have to put up with all day.
What do you fill it with that one?
What are you doing?
Found it.
What are you doing? Are you editing, love?
Hey, hey, baby.
Amazing singer. Guess whose battery died again? I'm just watching Unforgotten. Always watch this, it's quite good, you know. So it's been on this low light for an hour now. Let's have a look. Oh, it's bubbling nicely, look. I just need it to these carrots to reduce down a little bit now. No, they're not. The potatoes are, but the carrots not quite yet. It's starting to thicken up a little bit though. It smells right nice. Get off. So we'll give it at least another half an hour. So remember, this only actually took 20 minutes in the pressure cooker. But it's getting there though. Doing it on the hob. It's only on a low light as well. It smells amazing. Right, so we're at an hour and a half. And what I've been doing is, other than spilling it all over the side, I've been getting me 2 plastic spoons that come with the kit, and I've been taking the chunks of carrot and squishing them. More the chunks of carrot than anything else, because everything else is, look, it's like it's thickening up nicely, to be fair. But look, them big chunks, and I don't mind big chunks personally in my soup. But I'm squishing the carrot down a bit because I'm hoping it just makes the sauce a little bit chunkier than, thicker than what it is now. I haven't tried it yet. See what I mean, mate? I'm just taking them and squishing the carrot out. Look, it's making it nice and thick. So I'm more than happy with that. Shall we try it? Shall we see if it needs anything else? I'm trying it with a fork hammer. Excuse got a phone in my vlog as per usual. So it is a
coughing.
A little bit thinner than I'd have liked it. It's alright though. I do want to squish them carrots like. I think if I give it another half an hour, because look, and watch the carrot, it just squishes out, can you see? And that'll just make it slightly thicker consistency. I'm hoping it does anyway. So, that tastes really nice. Just missing something. What we're missing? Let me try it again. So in that I'm going to put a little bit more of the garlic granules, because don't forget this is to personal taste. And I'm going to put some more black pepper in it. Now I'm definitely not putting any tomatoes in it, because this is thin enough as it is. No, I've got them in it. I've got my granules in it and my pepper back. A little bit more of both of them. Get it to stir. I'm going to put this back on the heat. But what I'm going to do is now, it's going to stay on the low light. I'm going to leave the lid off, because lid creates moisture. So I'm going to leave the lid off now it's cooked, and see if I can, what's the word I'm thinking of? Where you get rid of the water. What's the word where you get rid of the water in something?
Drain it?
No.
Strain it?
No, but you boil it and the water evaporates. There's a word for it. I don't know, let me know in the comments. You all know what I mean though. But if you leave it without the lid on, it dries out a little bit. So that's what we're doing while I'm making Gareth a cup of tea, because he's crying because he ain't had one in an hour. So yes, come back to me in half an hour with that. Right, so an hour and 40 minutes. And it's looking lovely, look at that. It's at the right consistency, it's thick. It's got chunks in it. So yes, I can in fact make soup, and it tastes really nice. I didn't put any of the tomatoes in. I can go back in the fridge now actually. Now, to add a bit of je ne sais quoi, we're going to make something else to go with this soup for later on. So give me a minute and I'll be back. So, I'm going to try and make my own croutons. I like a crouton, right? It's just I can put a couple in the top. I don't want too much bread. Gareth, I'm making a vlog. Stop making funny noises. So,
just have a lovely one.
having a pee. So let me. I've never made croutons in my life. I've got the oven on. I'm going to bake them. My soup's ready for later, because your croutons you're going to want them cold. You need to cook them, then get them cold. I've never made croutons. I'm assuming this is how you make them. So let me show you what we're doing. Let's point you down here. Look. Right, can you see my bread? Yeah, you can. Right, so we're going to chop these up. How is that hard? It's not rocket science, is it, people, to make croutons? Well, I don't think it is. Oh, no. 10-second rule. They'll be fine. I'm cooking them anyway. So I'm going to make them about a centimetre. Now, and it's just croutons, so they're like just dry toast, aren't they, really? So I ain't even googled how to make these, because can't be that hard, can it? Now, I thought about wetting the bread and like mushing it to get them thicker, but they'll do as they are. I'll do a full slice to see how they turn out. Now, I've got my bowl. I'm going to put my bread in my bowl. Literally. Right. Let me get some. I'm going to use a tiny bit of olive oil. Tiny bit. You don't want loads. Well, I don't. Right. Well, soak in. Get your hands in there. Get it all dirty and mucky, and I have cleaned my hands today, people. Let them soak up all that oil. I don't want to put too much oil in there so they're not too greasy. Do you get what I mean? Right. Then we're going to put some black pepper. Well, a bit of salt. That's not what I wanted. Do you know what I like? I like garlic and herb. So, by rights, if I put mixed herbs in it... Did I put garlic in it? Yeah. No, I didn't, but I will. So, I like garlic and herb ones. I don't want big bits of garlic. Should we go with little bits this time? So, we'll put a little bit of garlic in. And I'll put some mixed herbs in. Oh, that's quite big. Let me put that on my hand first. I don't want too much in. A little bit of grass going in, look. See, look at all that. I can go back in there. The extra can fall in there, that's fine. Why it's not want that? And I'm literally going to mix them up with my hands. Now, because I've never cooked croutons, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them flat in here. So they're not on top of each other. I could probably have done these in the pan actually, couldn't I? Like a frying pan. But I think they'll do better in the oven. And then when I've cooked these, I'll show you them. Then I'll just put a couple of them on top of my soups. Because once they're cold and they're dry, they'll go in a food bag. It's better than buying croutons. I make my own, can't I? Look at that. Probably enough for 2 soups there as well. From 1 slice of bread. I'm going to bang them in the oven. And I'm guessing that's just like toast. So, I'll be back with you in 5 minutes to show you my croutons. Now, in the time it took me to wash up these few pots, it smelled like they're done. So I thought I'd pick you back up. Oh, looked like I was a bit drunk then. I'm just trying to sort my tea towel out. So, should we take these out? Are they done? No, I don't think they are. I'm going to leave them a couple more minutes, not many. It's just not quite crispy enough for my liking. I will pick you back up because I want to taste one, you see what you think. I've tasted the soup's perfect. It's just cooling down, and then I'm going to get my trusty lid out. So that'll do me for today and tomorrow, but at least it's not for 14 people. So I'm sure it was Alison that asked me. If it wasn't Alison, I do apologise. But yes, you can actually make soup in a motorhome without a pressure cooker. Vegetable soup I did. Although I don't know if it's technically vegetable soup if I put chicken stock in it. It's vegetable and chicken stock soup. You've seen what I've put in it anyway. So I'll pick you back up when the croutons are ready. We'll do a taste test on them. And then, you never know, you might even see this today. Gareth might get me a video out straight away. It's not like he's doing out else, look.
I'm waiting for you so I can edit that.
I'm just waiting for my croutons to cook. Did you enjoy your brew?
Well, alright.
Are you bored, love?
No, because I'm going to edit your video in a minute.
Oh, you are? You like
That's
editing?
all I'm waiting for.
You enjoy editing, don't you?
I do, yeah. I could do it full time and forget about YouTube. I'll do other people's.
Well, I'll just vlog all day and you just edit.
Well, that's what we do anyway.
That is true, to be fair. So I've just taken them out. Yeah, look. Now, I'm going to let these go cold, but I'm going to taste them for you to see if they're... I will tell you if they're disgusting. They're alright, you know. I was worried that I'd put a bit too much grass in them. They're okay. Next time I'll put a little bit more garlic in. I taste more herb than garlic, but they're really nice. They'll go on my soup later. Banging. So, we've all just learnt together how to make croutons. Thank you for watching my vlog today. Thank you for all the support on my channel. Let's not forget, if you're one of them, suck my toe. Bye. And if you're one of them,